I have said this so many times before, but it's so important. It is worth repeating until I go blue in the face. You do not need to fix yourself. You do not need to fix yourself to be worthy of love, acceptance, approval. You do not need to fix yourself in order to be happy, in order to get the things that you want in life. You do not need to fix your thinking in order to be able to manifest your deepest dreams, deepest, darkest desires. Ah, it's a myth. It's a marketing myth. This is how coaches, this is how the whole like self-improvement, self-help industry is taught to market to you. It's to take, quite frankly, normal, common human experiences and turn them into problems so people can sell you the solution. Makes me angry. I make myself angry. I 100% believe that we are all fundamentally okay as we are. Sure, there are things in life I would like to get better at, to get more skillful at, to have more grace when I am fighting with my partner. I would like to have a more open relationship with my parents. I'd like to get better at speaking Bahasa Indonesia. These are all skills. These are things that I can learn, right? So I am not negating the benefit of learning, and especially because most of us learned at a relatively early age. We learned a bunch of coping strategies that worked for us in those circumstances, and those are great. Yeah, those strategies got you here. So, yay, coping strategies. And if those are the only things that you can do, because let's face it, most of us double down on the things that work for us, things, our choices become limited. Yeah, it's the classic analogy of if you only have a hammer, everything looks like a nail. It's not that hammers aren't useful, right? They are really important things to have in your toolkit, but they're not that helpful if they're the only thing that you've got. So by all means, like add additional things into your toolbox. And for some of you, again, I am not going to discount the very real impact of adverse childhood experiences, um, mental and psychological ill health, trauma. Yeah, sometimes, like your hammer's a bit wobbly and it does need a little bit of repair to it. Okay. But it's the hammer, right? The hammer is the thing that's wobbly, not you. You are fundamentally okay. And I think if more of us could come at learning and our soul's natural inclination to grow from that perspective of like, if I never did another workshop again, if I never did another course or got another certificate, I'm kind of happy with who I am. You get to have all of the things that you think are out there waiting for you after you've got a successful business, after you've done that next training course, after you've become a fundamentally different human being and therefore showing up in a very different way in your relationships. I just, I don't think it's true. I think all of that is accessible here and now. It doesn't mean it's easy. It doesn't mean it just like happens. Absolutely not. Um, But the one thing I've noticed is the more I treat myself like this, and I am trying to force myself to be different, the more I double down on the old stuff, like the harder it is to change. And Carl Rogers, the paradox, um, which I now can't remember verbatim, but essentially like um, the paradox of change is as soon as I accept myself, then I am able to change. So as soon as I do this, as soon as I let myself be as I am, that's when my whole system relaxes and I am actually open to learning and to change. So by all means, learn things. I'm about to go back and do a second master's degree because you know what? It lights me up. I feel so much aliveness and excitement and possibility at the prospect of doing that. That's how I want to spend my time, right? Life is short. As far as I'm aware, we only seem to get one run at it, at least in this particular configuration. I don't want to waste it just brutalizing myself to be different. I want to enjoy it. I want to feel the aliveness of it. I want to approach it with some grace, even the stuff that feels really shitty. And I would love to be different. One of my cats is sick, like properly sick at the moment. He's got suspected kidney failure. He was in the hospital overnight. Like, of course, I don't want that to be happening. And it is. And I can fight reality, or I can find some acceptance and I can feel all my feelings. I can feel the fear and the sadness and the anticipatory grief if we lose him. And those can be part of my world too. I don't think being human is a condition that needs fixing. I don't think there's a state of perfection that we all need to get to. I think the point is to be here with all of it, to meet life on life's terms, to enjoy the music and dance along the way. That was another paraphrase. What's his name? Oh, it's gone completely. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to look it up when I finish and I'll put it below. I don't like using other people's words without crediting them. Alan Watts. There you go. Um, yeah, yeah. Life isn't a destination. This is it. This is all you've got. So why do so many of us? Well, it's not, I do know why, because we're marketed to, because we're told this is the right thing to do. But I really wish more of us could, and myself included, could find a little more grace in the present moment, in what's here, and kind of enjoy the ride. um, yeah, that's it. That's all I've got for you today. I'd love to hear if this resonates for you. If you've got questions or comments or alternative ideas, different ways of thinking about this, I would really love to hear. So, the usual comments below, DM me, the usual kind of stuff. And yeah, hopefully see you next time.